Hello, all my friends. I hope you're having an outstanding day, a fabulous day. And thank you all for watching. Thank you all for subscribing. Thank you all for liking my video and clicking the bell. And if you haven't done that, yes, I know, broken record Bruce. For you young people, that's the way that us old people used to listen to music. Now it's, hell, I can't even say CD anymore. Now it's online. Please subscribe if you haven't. Please like my videos if you haven't. Please, I'd love a comment too. Remember, Google product, YouTube, Google product, privacy, no tracking, anonymous, and free with me. I don't charge you anything. I'd love for you to comment and say, hey, I got something out of that. I liked it. Every now and then I'll get that, and it makes me feel good. Like, okay, somebody got something useful. So anyway, please smash the subscribe, click off the like, check the bell. Today's topic, real estate related. And I'm not sure if I have done my mold, if you've seen my mold video. I'm not sure when these are all going to go up because I am working on getting things in the can, as they say in the industry. I don't know. Sounds pretty good though. This is basement water. So I already did a mold cleanup video. I made that. I'm not sure if it's going to be posted yet or not, but this is a basement water. So most of the time, you have mold or mildew issue, it's from a water intrusion. So I have firsthand experience with water intrusion. That I have mold? No. But when I bought my house, it was winter and everything was frozen. And then one of my first projects was finishing my basement. And in the beginning of my project, I went down there one day after we had some rain. I was like, oh, I see some water on the floor. So I took my utility knife and I cut the insulation on the wall. And then there was a crack that had been repaired with epoxy, but it had opened back up. And anyway, to make a long story short, the builder did fix everything. At one point, I had 60 gallons of water every 12 hours. I had to create I used like an 80-gallon tote, and I did some plumbing into it so that so it would go into a drain for the sump pump, and I had an overflow. Anyway, it was horrible. So I know what water intrusion, I know what cracks in concrete can be like. I feel your pain. So any water's bad, little or a lot. When you have water in your basement, one of the reasons I'm doing this video is because some of my clients who have water in the basement, before they came to me and I stopped them, they would talk to basement waterproofers. Sometimes you do need a professional basement waterproofer, but so many times you do not. And the stuff that I'm going to tell you, basement waterproofers will not tell you, because what I'm going to tell you today in this video will solve damn near 95. My GoPro overheated and stopped, which made me take a break and decide to write a note about researching new cameras. Not sure where I was. I'm going to try to edit it. My editing is not the best because I don't have great editing software nor a computer designed for editing. But I was talking about my own personal experience of water, and the information I was going to give you will hopefully keep you from spending thousands of dollars that you don't need to spend. So most water in your basement, absent a crack in the wall, which can be fixed with epoxy or what they call stitching of the crack with Kevlar straps. So not going into structural issues, which could be a whole nother topic, and notwithstanding if there's a crack in the wall, most water in the basement is caused by a couple simple things. One, people do not have their downspouts extended away from the foundation. Two, Their grading with their soil is not properly done. So over time, the soil around your foundation will settle. It'll sink. And so if your foundation, if your house is like this, your soil should be up high, running away. Over time, your soil settles and sometimes is inverted. So when it rains, now the water's going right to your house. You always want water away. So downspout extenders and grading are the two most common issues with why people have water in their basement. Now, some newer homes, many older homes had block walls, concrete block walls for their foundation. When I used to build custom homes back in the late 80s, even $1 million shacks were block walls. And to waterproof the wall, sometimes the people wanted to save money, so they had the company do it, i.e. me, and we would do tar on the wall. But you'd have a company come in, put the tar sealant on the block wall, and then backfill. Sometimes when it's backfilled, the tar gets all messed up. Maybe it wasn't thick enough, and that lets in moisture. Sometimes just over the years, the tar, the waterproofing fails. And blocks, if you look at a concrete block, it's got a whole bunch of dimples, pores. It's got pores, and block is porous. So it wants to accept water and then bring it to the inside of your house. A poured concrete wall also has pores, but they're microscopic. It's like capillaries. And so it is not very common for water to come through a poured foundation, poured concrete wall, unless there's a crack. So we're really going to be focusing on block wall because that's typically where you'll see your signs of moisture and water coming in. Mostly a grading issue. If you ask a waterproofer to come in, they're not going to look at your grading. They're not going to look at your downspouts. They're going to talk about how they are going to fix your problem from the inside. And we're going to get to that at the end. I'm telling you how to try to fix your problem as cheap as possible without. Let's assume that you have water coming in at spot X. You want to go outside to spot X and see if your downspouts are carrying the water away. If you don't have downspout extenders on your downspouts, which is either it could be the same kind of material as your downspout, or a lot of people get the black, solid, corrugated, ribbed pieces of pipe and they stick on the end. The goal is at least 4 feet or longer to carry that water away. So that's the first thing you check is all your downspouts. If your gutters are clogged and the water's flowing over top, you want to fix your gutters. Anywhere where you can see water coming and hitting your foundation, that's something to fix. After you've put your gutter extenders on, or you know you have your gutter extenders on, the next thing you want to do is check your grading. Most people have trees and bushes planted up against the foundation. Aesthetically, looks good. As a practical matter, it is not good. Why? They all have roots. Roots are in the ground. Water follows path of least resistance. Water follows those roots down to your foundation. So in a perfect world, you would not have that. It's not a perfect world. So people have the bushes and all because it looks good. So what do you have to do? In a perfect world, you will have either rubber mulch or stone, but most people have mulch. Why is mulch not good? Well, it brings termites and bugs. So that's another topic for another video. But for now, you're at spot X where you have water coming in, you want to pull out whatever you have there, mulch or whatever, and you want to see if the ground goes back to the house or away from the house. I guarantee you it's going back to the house. How do you fix that? You want to get dirt. You'd like to get filled dirt. Filled dirt is not good for growing grass, but it is good for putting along your foundation. Why? Because it has a lot of clay in it, and clay helps to keep the water from going down into the soil. Even if you can't get any filled dirt, you get topsoil. You go buy bags of topsoil at Lowe's, Home Depot, or whatever. You have it delivered. You pile that up against the foundation so that you're up high, flowing away from your house. And then you'll get super thick plastic, and at least 4 feet. Put that plastic down. You can cut around where the bushes are, the trees are, so the roots get water. You put that plastic down, and then you put your mulch back on, or your stone or your rubber mulch. And then when the water comes, it's going to hit the plastic. You already got your good grading going away from your house, and the water will run right off. And then between fixing your grading and your downspouts, 96% of water in the basement, those issues are taken care of. Once you fix spot X, you really should go around your whole foundation and make sure all your grading is good. If you have to pull all your mulch or whatever is there, pull it all out and make sure there's no low spots. You want to make sure that if this is your foundation around the whole house, that everything is going away. At least 4 feet going away, and then your downspout extenders. Once you do that, 96% of the time, that takes care of your water issue. Once you take care of your water issue, you go back into your house where you have your problem stains or whatever on the wall, and you want to clean the wall. You could use TSP. That's a product you'll find in the paint department at Home Depot or Lowe's. Follow instructions. You can use that to clean, or you could use a light bleach solution and clean the walls. And if you have any mold or mildew, I have a video on that. You can use Concrobium RMR 86. Clean off your walls, and then buy magical paint. There's tons of companies. Sherwin-Williams, Drylock. There's rubber-based products. I recommend clean the wall and then paint the walls with a waterproof paint to help prevent any further issues. It will also stop dampness. So if you just had like dampness and you paint the wall, that will get rid of that. If the block has never been painted before, you'd use a brush to squeeze that paint into those pores, or you could use a roller and give it a couple coats. You want to force that paint into the block pores, and that will help eliminate any kind of dampness. And also, if you had a little bit of water coming in, if you use a good product and you put it on properly, it will also stop the water from coming in. If that wall has already been painted, there's nothing else to do except to recoat it with whatever product was used before. If you don't know that, if you can still see the pores, you can still use one of the magical concrete paints. If you can't see the pores, just pick a color that you like and paint it. Although you probably could use a rubber base Flex Seal type product. There's actually a ton of those kind of products for waterproofing your basement walls. And so that typically will take care of your water issues. If for some reason you did that and you still had water, then you call licensed and insured basement waterproofers. There's a lot of companies out there who do that type of work. They're licensed, they're insured. you want to get multiple quotes, and you want to check references, and you want to check reviews. And why do you want to get multiple quotes? When they waterproof your basement, what they do is dig up the inside of your basement. They cut the concrete, pull the concrete out, they dig down along the wall, and they put in stone and a plastic pipe and like a plastic piece of waffle board along the wall. And they take it to, maybe they put in another sump pump crock and a sump pump, and they put the stone on top of the new pipe they put in there, and then they re-pour the concrete. And then if water comes in that wall, it hits the piece of plastic waffle board, goes into the little trench that they dug, and then it goes to the sump pump. Very cheap materials. It's labor intensive. So if you call a contractor who has a ton of business and they don't need your business, they're going to give you a high quote. If you call a contractor who doesn't have a lot going on, you'll probably get a better quote because it is mostly labor. It's labor intensive. Product cost is low. It's labor intensive. So you want to get multiple quotes because somebody who's busy will give you a high price. Somebody who needs the work to keep their men busy or women busy will give you a better price. All right, I hope you got something out of that. Remember, fix your grading, downspout extenders. Don't call the waterproofer right away. All right, if you have any questions, you can call me, you can text me, you can email me, you can comment here, you can message me. Please like my video. Please subscribe if you haven't. Smash the subscribe button. Click the like, click the bell. Tell your friends if you have any questions about water or cracks in your foundation or basement issues. Please reach out. I have contractor friends. I have basement waterproofer friends. I am happy to help. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. See ya.